Holy cow, it's serious business. So long as China doesn't do anything bad, President Trump stated. This is what you tell me now. When the market collapsed, the crypto market had its largest ever liquidation. All right then. Greetings, lovely individuals. Let's begin afresh this week. In my opinion, this is Columbus Day. I mean, come on. You must get that job done. Am I right? It seems to me that, still, I'm glad you could make it this morning. In today's market, crypto bubbles are 40%, 50%, 20%, and 27% large and juicy. Not everything will be able to reach XRP immediately. Although XRP's price has increased, it is still slightly behind the other four leading cryptocurrencies. That will be addressed shortly. The president's remarks made while aboard Air Force One will be discussed. We will discuss Raoul and his perspective on the present crisis, as well as an amusing anecdote about Eric Trump, who, in contrast to his father, may not have excellent market timing skills. You're going to get it. To radiate those positive energy, all I want is that you bestow upon me a lovely grin. Smash that like button, Smishy, since surfing is free. And, as always, I will never advise you to buy and sell or hold. Definitely not monetary counsel. You should always conduct your own research before making an investment. No one can predict the daily movements of the market. Therefore, you must also be willing to accept risks. As we can see, XRP had that large movement last night when we got the announcement from the vice president, and it is currently sitting at 2.5 cents. But ever since then, it has been moving in a U-shaped pattern. Similarly, Ethereum is back over 4,000, and Bitcoin had its run-up, which is now sitting around 15,000. The market has been consolidating since last night after experiencing a run-up, so to speak. A similar rejection occurred when Solana returned to 200 and even hit 200. Solana is back to 200 if we examine what's occurring with those four on a daily basis. At the very tail end of September, it was present. The value of Ethereum returned to approximately 4,100. In September, we returned to that location. Bitcoin likewise at an elevated stage. Time and again, Bitcoin has proven that it is the most resilient in times of crisis. I see. And just in case you were wondering, yes, XRP is still considered an altcoin. It moves with altcoins quite a bit, despite its high market cap. When Bitcoin has proven time and time again that when altcoins go bananas, it can help mitigate some of the volatility in a portfolio. There are pump-ups and sell-offs. Additionally, Bitcoin has proven that it still has a solid foundation. Keep in mind that both Bitcoin and Ethereum offer exchange-traded funds. Because of this flash collapse, a number of sales that may have occurred after the market closed were cancelled out. If that had taken place, say, on Thursday, the retail investors in the ETFs would have dumped their holdings, forcing the ETFs to liquidate their assets, which may have led to a further sell-off in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Plus, it may have added further pressure to sell. On the other hand, the stock market being closed prevented that from happening. It's fascinating how Bitcoin and Ethereum managed to hold on to it, perhaps more so than anything else. Perhaps Solana and XRP will be joined by ETFs in the near future. I guess we'll find out later. The government is now closed. We are still in the midst of it. All right, the next move of the market will certainly be fascinating to watch. Furthermore, XRP remains at the same low point it was at on September 27th. If you compare it to the other assets, it has approximately 7.5% to get back to its previous levels. So, I'm taking a look at XRP right now, and it seems a bit juicy, doesn't it? Take a look at it and think, maybe it has some momentum, and then something clicks. Perhaps we can get a little boost to return to those levels. Once again, I'm simply attempting to make sense of the top four assets while simultaneously keeping an eye on BNB, which has also been performing admirably. Jump back to the point where it was just before the crash as quickly as possible. The BNB is extremely powerful. This is a really brilliant move, very attractive. I will not say anything further. Nicely done. You can hear that I'm still a little queasy, but cryptophobia did surface. A total of 38. Thus, anxiety surfaced. My guess is that if the price of Bitcoin remains around $115,000 tomorrow, we will see a significant increase in that amount, won't we? Investors are still wary about altcoins, despite their continued success. I believe we will swiftly move on to Trump. It seems like a lot of that anxiety has faded. This is being recorded at a somewhat early hour. Our plan for the day is to visit an elephant sanctuary. Okay? I'm going to record this a bit earlier than normal. Plus, I have no intention of letting it go out into the night. Not on Sunday night, but first thing Monday morning is when I'd like it released. Oh, okay. You may mention that the pricing are different at the moment and tell Avi that. Indeed, it's possible. Okay, I'll be starting to record a bit earlier. Please keep in mind that I will never send you a social media message requesting that you join up for anything or give me money. Whoever posted this to any platform other than YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or Telegram is not me. There's no way I'd text you in such locations. I am not doing this. Very well, I beg you. Proceed with caution. Okay. We have a chance for you to take advantage of market fluctuations through our partner BTCC. You can receive a 10% bonus on your first investment of more than 500 USDT when you join up through my link. That incentive will only be yours when you make a deposit of 500 USDT. Also deal with caution. For example, I am currently advertising a few available positions, and they are performing exceptionally well. We did, however, see it has become stuck there recently. The period of technical difficulty. Recent events, however, have shown that such strategies, along with leverage, can yield substantial profits at the cost of enormous danger. Sure, but I ask that you trade responsibly. Before deciding to employ leverage, be sure you're aware of the potential benefits and drawbacks. Plus, exchanges have gone out of business despite Bitcoin's 14 years on the market. Solving has been demonstrated through exchanges. Make sure you're familiar with the benefits and drawbacks by reading the user agreement. A commission will be mine if you make a purchase through my link. Thus, I am grateful for that. Because it has been stuck, I believe I must take a brief break. Just a moment, just a moment. I see that we are already 7 minutes into our conversation, and I wanted to say a lot more. So the futures are in the green. There appears to have been some recovery thus far. There will be no crash in the futures. Many were under the impression that Friday's meltdown would cause futures prices to fall in tandem with cryptocurrency values. But this was not the case. The fact that Trump told the American people not to worry about China has put them in a positive light. Nothing will go wrong. According to Trump, President Xi simply had a bad day. Look at that. Everyone has been waiting for this Sunday's pre-future open post. I see. Oh, and he was the first one to be on the air. Also, he mentioned that he was going to speed things up slightly. Another world leader has been the subject of your truth-telling. Despite your assurances that China is not a threat, he has been making strong remarks against your tariffs, sir. Will you be having a conversation with him? You haven't communicated in a while. Declarations, as we are receiving hundreds of billions of dollars from various nations, including China. We are once again a prosperous nation. Plus, our diplomatic position has been strengthened by the tariffs. Our bargaining power has been strengthened by them.